let's catch you guys up on what's been going on with the business. So yesterday I had a YouTube video that did really well and got me a lot of discovery calls for Curate and also just coffee chats and connections. So yesterday was filled with calls and we love that, which is good for us as a team because the week before we were on the verge of getting a client at last minute. They just didn't sign the contract and that really hurt my confidence last week. Like I was just like, oh my God, like I thought I had it, like am I doing something wrong? And looking back, truth is this is really just a part of the game itself. It was just the first time it happened to me and I was like, oh my gosh, like is there something I need to do better to make sure that doesn't happen? And I can look on this two ways. Like sure, there is probably things you can do to make sure people feel more confident, more secure that you can do the job. On the other hand, it's like it is what it is and I understand that and I know it's not a reflection of me as a person. It really goes into this whole thing of running a business where you have to take away your own personal feelings and emotions and just look at everything objectively. I've led teams in the past and also just been the leader of projects, and I remember always like not trying to bring my feelings into it, but having to really battle with making sure my shyness, for example, doesn't impact the business or just stuff like that. So all that to say, this week has been good so far. We have 2 new clients, which is, well, I have 1 new client and then I'm doing a social media audit with someone, and this is going to be the first time I'm actually but giving that service. So I'm charging it at a really low cost. I know I'm going to be able to provide more value than what I'm charging, but as it is my first time doing it, I want to also just, I don't know, like it's a service, you know what I mean? Like I'm testing something out, I'm seeing how it goes. I really hope she's willing to give feedback on the session, and I'm just gonna go all in because I've written out content strategies and given to people. I've never really taken someone's strategy and like sat with them on a call and just like really revised the whole thing, right? So fingers crossed I'm able to offer that as a service. Also this morning I finally set up our LinkedIn page, which is something I've been putting off for so long with the excuse of, oh, I need to take headshots, when in reality I could easily just pull from pictures I have and like just update it. I think the thing is updating my LinkedIn is finally saying like goodbye to my old job. Like up to now, if you looked on my LinkedIn, you would have still thought I worked at Canada Life as an actuarial analyst. But no, now I work in marketing and this is what I'm doing. So, but yeah, like the girl that is working with me, she's so smart. I love her. And she was saying to me like, yeah, you need to set up the LinkedIn. Like we had a meeting last week and she was telling me what to do, which I love. And I think this is just a good relationship where I have the vision, I know what to do, but it's nice to have someone that is also just like looking at it from a different perspective. Like they're also able to look at what I'm doing and look if I'm being chaotic with my movements and be like, yo, let's focus on what you told me to do. Let's focus on the vision. Anyways, right now I am editing a vlog that I'm gonna post because the vlogs have been really getting me a lot of traction. People have been asking, oh, where are you getting most of your clients from? Truth is through TikTok and YouTube through my videos. Second in line would be just through my network. As I think I've said before, I work as a barista at a coffee shop and it does give me the ability to meet a lot of people very often, especially with the regulars. Like I do tell them what I do. So I've been able to establish connections there. So yeah. All right, looking forward to a good week, guys. Like this week, my calendar is jam-packed. I have a lot of calls coming up and we'll get into it as the week progresses and like explain what all the calls are about, but things are looking up. Hello. Happy Wednesday. Ooh, let me put my mic on because I keep forgetting to record with my mic and the audio. Do I have a mic still? I am working on a pitch deck right now actually because I want to start targeting some small businesses in hospitality. I just find myself gravitating towards doing the marketing for brands like that. So beverage companies, food companies, and of course there's room for that to shift into working in tourism and Airbnbs and hotels and stuff like that. So fun stuff. So I'm actually I'm making a pitch tomorrow to a client to do free marketing for them for a while, just to build up our portfolio because I have no experience at all in that realm. And not to say that my current skill set couldn't be applied to their business, but I was like, hey, you know what? Like if you work with me really well and this blows up, I have the results. I don't have to overcompensate. I mean, I'm still gonna work hard, but you know what I mean? Like I know it's a learning opportunity and it's free work for them. And so yeah, I had a connection to get that meeting. So I have a meeting with them in person tomorrow at 3 p.m. and I'm gonna make a whole pitch deck thing for them, just kind of outline what I could envision their strategy to be, how we can help, what services we have that can help to do that. And I'm gonna kind of clean up my pitch deck portfolio thing, because I have a portfolio already that I've used to like apply to jobs before I decided to just do my own agency thing, but it doesn't have a lot of the core analytics of my past work. So yeah, I'm gonna spend some time doing that, also bringing in, looking through my own content past work to see what skills I have. The good thing about having an agency is that all of what you have to offer doesn't only have to be your work. So my sister, for example, does photography, and I asked her a while back if she'd be willing to come on and do some projects freelance whenever, and she said yes. She is great at photography. So for this brand, I see us doing a mixture of like video and photography content, and the content they have on their page already is really high quality. So I would rather bring in my sister for her to capture really good images, or even I have so many friends that do photography. I'd rather bring someone in than just try to figure out how to do photography, because key thing that I'm learning throughout this whole process is stop trying to learn how to do everything and just bring in people that are specialized at things. So let's get to work. So here we are today. Yeah, and it's so cool to Hi, can you hear me? I'm Keiana. Sorry, I'm just pulling up your form. A lot of the questions in this first part of an interview is always about you, right? So I'll be asking questions like, why do you want to be an actuary? Like, where do you see this going? Those are things that you should already know. Today is a good day. Oh, the lighting is amazing, guys. Wow. Okay. I've been trying to get better about the whole video production side of my videos, and just like everything about it, just because my videos have become like a piece of marketing material for Curate, so I need to make sure I'm putting effort into it. So I'm gonna even try to be better about the editing of these videos and the content that I capture. This vlog may not be where we get started with that, but yeah. Anyways, today is basically Friday for some people in Canada, not for me, because I'm working at the coffee shop tomorrow. The good thing is it's time and a half. But yeah, it's Good Friday tomorrow. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with the sun. I'm obsessed with the sun. Anyways, today was such a great day. I need to go journal and just process everything that happened today. Basically, I want to get into hospitality marketing. I can't remember if I already talked about this on the vlog, but I want to start doing marketing for food and beverage companies. Not like we have to, but it's a niche that I find pretty interesting and I'd love to get to know more about it. So I've just been kind of pitching myself specifically to food and beverage brands, but honestly, I haven't been getting many like yeses or anything like that. So I think I'm gonna expand more into the hotels and other stuff like that. So today I had a meeting with someone that has a beverage company, or he's a marketing lead for the beverage company. And I pitched from the angle of, I know they have they care about social media because they've done good quality reels and stuff, but they don't post often. So I've just told him like, hey, like I can see that time is the limiting factor for you, or the pain area, and we can help with that. So we had a call, it was an in-person meeting. We talked about it and he was like, you are right. And he loved the fact that I identified where that pain point was and said, this is how I can help. But they aren't interested in social media management. They would be interested in content production. The interesting thing too is that I had actually offered to pitch as a free service. So I actually thought we were gonna get it, because I was like, oh, I'm coming in free, like this is what I can do. But he said like, yeah, we'll pay, but pay for content. They're not interested in strategy. They have someone for strategy. They're interested in content production. The thing about it was he had asked me about my rates, which I'm happy I didn't have, and I'm gonna tell you why after. He had asked for my rates, and because I have content creation baked into our social media management package, I really just on spot would not be able to pull out what the content creation aspect is valued at. But he was like, yeah, email me about that. And then we had a whole conversation just about like marketing, me starting my agency, because I told him I was a freelancer and now I'm doing an agency. He just gave me advice on getting clients and like where to focus. So I actually want to like kind of write my thoughts down and journal, and just like there's a lot that I talked about, and I feel like I need to just get it recorded somewhere so I don't forget and I can act on these things. I had a second meeting after that, impromptu, with a girl that works at the coffee shop, or not works at the coffee shop. She is a customer and she comes there to work for her own stuff, right? So I wanted to show her my rates because I knew she did freelance work and just kind of get her feedback. So the good thing was that she's worked at 2 agencies before, so she knows like what pricing looks like, and offer it. She told me my prices are way too low. I already knew that, and so I am in the process of needing to raise my prices significantly. And when I showed her what I was offering for the price my basic package was, I guess I can give you guys some disclaimer. I'll put my basic package on the screen. I was offering this for $750, and it really wasn't factoring the value that social media or content production and strategy gives. It was really just factoring labor, and labor at a very cheap rate, 1, and 2, it really didn't cover the entire amount of work that would take. And so we can get into the whole pricing of yourself when you do content and stuff for people, but yeah, like my package just was way too low, and off rip she was like, girl, like bump this up. Like she basically was saying that, you know, for what I'm giving, a lot of agencies would be charging anywhere from 3,000 minimum to like 5,000, 6,000, 10,000, you know, like I'm giving a lot. So she basically gave me advice on raising that base package price and then offering a package that's lower and make that like a maintenance package where it wouldn't be us creating the content, for example, but we would be curating the content. Curate, you know? So yeah, I am gonna take her advice and revise our packages. I'm gonna try and do it today. But man, I am tired. I am so exhausted from this week, but I'm gonna try and get some work done. I'm also going out tonight, so it's gonna be a nice way to just kind of slow down. But anyways, so that was a recap of my calls. I was supposed to have another meeting at 6 with another girl in marketing, and it got pushed, which I'm happy it got pushed because I feel like my mind is on information overload. And I need to like process what I've discussed with the past 2 people. So I think that's a key thing to note too, is like if you're booking meetings with people, especially when it's like coffee chats or things where you're learning, leave some time for you to like actually be able to process what everybody's saying. Because on my walk home, I was gonna listen to my marketing AI podcast, and I was like, I have heard too much. Like I need to write down, especially because sometimes too different people have different opinions on how different things should be done, and you want to make sure that you are clear on what you think makes sense for you, as opposed to like just taking all this advice from people and having no direction, and just especially when you're getting conflicting opinions. Oh, the sun's going away. All right, anyways, so that's pretty much that. I know. Awesome.
I can inherit like about this, and I'm gonna go.
Welcome back to the vlog. You already know what it is. Oh my god, it's fine. Yeah, I should almost be done tonight. I feel like our rooms are so small, there literally just is no space to comfortably pack in their rooms. It's the end of the work week. I am so tired, and I'm so happy for it to be Sunday. Sunday are my very light, barely work days. Like I would only ever work on a Sunday if I really, really need to. I have 1 meeting today, and then I'm pretty much done done with work for, I guess, this week so far. So yeah, it's gonna be with the content strategist for Curate. So we're gonna be going through a lot of things, honestly. The meeting's booked for an hour, and I really hope we can keep everything within the hour. The last time we met for the first time, it was supposed to be like a 30-minute meeting. I think we were talking for an hour, 15 minutes. So I'm really gonna try and keep it short, but there's just so much to cover. But I'm trying to like get into the habit with her, also just to respect her time, to utilize Slack as much as possible. But there's so much we touch on and talk about during the week that really could just be in a full-fledged meeting. But yeah.
Okay, let me know if you get that code.
Yeah, 700 490. I was gonna say, while you're in here, I have a lot of collections saved So if you do save any posts, you can scan through the folders that I have, and you can look through those for content ideas if you want.
Yeah, that would help.
Yeah, some of them I have saved for ideas, some of them I have just saved for like, I don't know, design, all sorts of stuff. So you can just look through and yeah.
And Slack is right there.
Yes.
Anytime of the night or day.
And let me know if you have any questions on like stuff for the strategy, like who we're targeting, whatever. Like if you need clearer answers on that from me, let me know. But we should be able to start posting. So